And now let's head on over to Solution 9 and meet back up with Nashu. Because I believe we left her hanging after we met Hardiboiled. Also, I realized there's an I in the middle of his name. Because I was calling him like just plain Hard-boiled. Yeah, no, trial by Spire? No, that's not what we need. Oh right, it's a, yeah, there it is. Wizened testimony. It's a yellow quest, not a blue quest. Yeah, so I accidentally read Hardiboiled's name wrong, and I was calling him just Hard-boiled, but his name is Hardiboiled, which is even funnier. Anyway, Nashu, I'm back on the case. Wizened testimony. Nashu Makaraka's expression is equal parts consternation and anticipation. Brilliant! Here to help again, are you? As things stand, I'm still waiting on word from... Yours truly, I assume. Gravelly voice. It's still so goofy. Since parting ways, I've searched every alley and dive bar in Everkeep for signs of this... Hildibrand? Yeah, Hildibrand, that's right, it calls him wrong. He's got the wrong name. It's pronounced Hildibrand. Are you really one to be correcting someone on pronunciation? Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found. Oh, where could the inspector be? Chin up, dollface. The case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When the trail goes cold, the trick is to go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again and leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. That's gonna take a while. So you see, he's actually king of the zombies or something like that. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, and then he got abducted by aliens, and we thought he was an alien, but then he wasn't. So, you followed the rumors of the flying disc which nabbed your friend, and that led you to the place where it most likely crashed down. Here. You also think he was caught inside the dome when it appeared, and, from your perspective, went through 30 years in the blink of an eye. Sounds like crazy talk, except you know that 30 years passed on outside the dome. But I've seen enough strangeness in my line of work that I've learned to give clients the benefit of the doubt. And since you've got no leads on the man himself, I say we try jogging memories about the shiny starship instead. Isn't that what you were supposed to be doing? But want to question older people native to your world who might have witnessed the original crash landing 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside the residential Radii. Let's go. Yeah, isn't that where... I'm pretty sure we met up with some old person there at one point. Anyway, let's head on over to the residential district. I guess it would be faster to run over to the Sather, right? Alright, is that him up there? Oh no, there's Nashu. Oh, it's an actual player. Yeah, Nashu and Hardiboiled. What a lovely place to interrogate our elders. Yes, yes. Old timers aplenty, as promised. Pick a prude and get to it. What? That's a bit rude. Oh, I still have that illustration I lent to you last time. Showing it around should help nudge some ancient noggins. This is terrible. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I added a sketch of the inspector's face to make things even easier. I have another copy for myself, but that only makes two. Brilliant, you and Detective Hardiboiled will have to share. Okay, then we're gonna get some Endwalker following mechanics. As we go question the old-timers. We are talking 3 decades ago here, so having pictures should come in handy. Even if the dame's work is on the same level as a finger-painting toddler's magnum opus. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Brilliant, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to bother some park-goers. Some old-timers? Right. Let's start showing that picture around then. Keep an eye out for older Hure and Hitsaro that might have hailed from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shatona. Oh boy, I won't. Hello, old-timer. Except he's middle-aged. May I help you? Yeah, would you happen to have seen an explosion thingy? Explosion? Flying saucer. I'm sorry, but 30 years ago, I was practically an infant. Far too young to remember much of anything. That picture is very cute, though. Did your child draw it for you? Yeah. Okay, elderly hewn woman. That'd probably have better luck there. I don't know why we went to the middle-aged guy. What can this old lady do for you? Have you seen a flying saucer? 30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories from that time are faded at best, my dears. That is a lovely drawing of you, though, sir. Really captures your essence. A slack-jawed mug? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, looks like there's a talking point over here. Let's make sure to hit that. I want to see what Hardiboiled has to say about this. Oh yeah, let's make a comment about the people laying out on the grass here. So, also I'll make sure to talk to Nashu before I talk to the elder. So, in a lot of places, this doesn't happen. But in like the LA area, people do this all the time. Like in parks, you'll just see people laying out on the grass. Like, it's kind of weird, to honestly. And I remember Rhett and Link years ago, like 12 years ago, they actually were going to make a video where they just went and interviewed random people on the grass. And then they ended up not publishing it because it was just too cringy and like too embarrassing. It's like they had moved from like, I think it was North Carolina or something. And like they'd never seen people doing that before. Anyway, discuss the vending machines. Vending machines caught your eye? Yeah, you can buy yourself a coffee or an energy drink. But luxuries like that make you soft. When I'm alone, walking through the darkest, dingiest parts of the city, I need something as weathered and weary as I am. I'll stick to my eggs, thanks. Sure as eggs. Okay, Nashu, any luck? This would have been 30 years ago, but did you happen to see a flying craft like the one in this picture? Probably not. Anyway, let's talk to this elderly hewn man. What would you be wanting from me, then? Did you happen to see a flying saucer 30 years ago? Can't say I'm familiar with it. But I do remember 3 decades ago when I was still in the bloom of youth. Well, middle-aged. Say, I remember you. The clever git who took back me... Verbal tonic? Sure, oops, I didn't mean to click there. No need for all that. Was just doing my job. Sorry to see that tonic didn't do its job, though. It's not about growing me hair back. It's about the routine. About 40 years massaging me scalp and basking in the same fragrant aromas every morning. Doesn't feel right to start the day without it. Okay. 40 years of using an Everkeep-made product. Ah, that's right. You're Alexandrian, born and bred, same as me. There's no way you could have seen the starship we're after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Well, no one said it was easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where grit and persistence comes into it. I spied a Shatona fellow heading towards the 914 radius. Hard to guess his age with how long they live, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Unfortunately, it's a bun boy and not a bun girl. But let's go question him. But either way, like, Shitona, I mean, we have a good chance of them being like 100 or they can be like 18 or 100. You never know. Lovely day, isn't it? Would you happen to have been alive 30 years ago? Oh, sir, how old are you? I'm not sure I recognize the man. Hard to tell with such a simple drawing. I mean, it looks exactly like him. Forget about the drawing. We're more interested in what you know about the flying disc. Ah, yes, the craft I do recall seeing. When I yet felt the sun upon my face, I was living a very different kind of life at the time. It was during the hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well even now. And do you remember where it was headed? It appeared to crash somewhere in Yawata to the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared, and I had far, far stranger things to worry about. Well, that's for sure. There, what did I tell you? Let's find your pal Nashu and share the good news. Good news? That confirms that he's in the dome. Doesn't it? Even though I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures then he's still somehow young. So I don't know how this is going to work out. Anyway, Nashu, we got ourselves a lead. No one seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better? Yes, we did. Gravelly voice. So it came down somewhere near this Yukata place. To be fair, it is a little bit hard to pronounce. I don't suppose either of you have been there before. As a matter of fact, I went to a field station there. There was some kind of messed up stuff there, though. Probably shouldn't go back. A research facility, you say? If some unidentified shining objects fell from the sky nearby, then I'd wager their people soon scooped it up. It seems we have our destination, but how to get across the lake? Well, I could just go ask. We could ask a reforger. We could take a hover cargo. I don't know what the right answer here would be. A reforger, of course. They have those hover cargo. Okay, I guess either one would have worked. And I just so happen to know one of an accommodating disposition. Apparently he has a link pearl. Right. That's our transportation sorted. What I'm stuck on, though, is how you've already been to this Yawata when I'm only just learning such a place ever existed. What's your deal, anyway? I get around. I'm brilliant, agent of adventure. I'm simply an ardent admirer of Inspector Hildibrand. No. You adventure for a living, is that it? Well, it's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Well, that's for sure. Let's press on with the investigation. My reforger friend should have a hover cargo waiting for us in the drift downs. I better pack a dose of Nashu's delights. You mean your bombs? Those explosives of yours, leave them behind. Don't need no dizzy dame blowing yourself up on my watch. Or me, for that matter. He's just gonna walk out of the explosion like action hero like he did last time. She just gave him an exploding egg. That was hilarious. Alright, let's head on out to the drift downs. So the closest is Aetherite. Yeah, I guess they're both about equal distance, so I'll just run over to this one. Okay. Looks like this is where we need to be. Nashu, you better watch out. You're standing a little on precarious position. Core, that's a big watery lake. Well, lakes are usually watery. This is the Reforger pal I was telling you about. She keeps tabs on the heritage found scene and was a big help when I needed information for a case that spilled outside of Everkeep. I hear you need transport to Yoyawata. The hover cargo's ready if you are... Yes, let's travel there. Alright, back on the place of unspeakable horrors. They must like it dark in here. No, that's because the power's not working, right? This place is a mess, but I don't see any monsters roaming the halls, at least. Should be safe to split up and have a look around. Sure. I don't think you want to be alone in this place, though. Some pretty messed up stuff. Also, there's literally only, like, one hallway to go down, so I don't know how we're splitting up. Shuffling through the various documents in the cabinet, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 1. According to an associate native to these lands, the unidentified vessel we recovered in Yoyawata had flown into the region not long before the dome manifested. Their testimony was corroborated by a thorough examination of the wreckage, which yielded not a single sliver of electrope. The vessel was, without a doubt, manufactured using technology fundamentally unlike ours. This mystery was further compounded by the discovery of a hewn survivor within the craft. Despite the apparent force of the impact, the lone male occupant sustained no visible injuries. Yeah, that sounds about right. A lot of people being pickled in here. That's not what's happening, Nashu. But Inspector Hildibrand isn't among them. Speaking of which, did you see where Detective Hardiboiled went? Well, he's probably further down the line. Anyway, let's check out these scattered documents, see if we get any more information. Skimming through the various documents, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 2. The hewn male we extracted from the wreckage is an abnormal specimen indeed, well that's for sure. While physically unharmed in a clear possession of a soul, yet remains in a comatose state. The absence of reaction to any and all external stimuli is indicative of temporal stasis. Every method we have attempted, be it electric shock, a hot bath, or a sharp slap across the face, has failed to awake the subject. That's why we just need Nashu's bombs. Hopefully she remembered to bring them. Or hopefully she didn't listen to Hardiboiled. Is his remarkable coral fortitude an innate natural quality, or was it acquired through the aid of unknown technology? My enthusiasm for this research knows no bounds. Yeah. Okay, looks like we got one more place to investigate. I'm sure you can find Inspector Hardiboiled to talk to him first. See if he's in one of these. Okay, there's abandoned thing. And I don't... Looks like he's not here. I'll go a little bit farther, but I'm not going to go all the way. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere, so let's just go ahead and get the last part. Should be right here. Abandoned clipboard. Well, everything's here is abandoned. The document held on by the clipboard is entitled Confidential Files Addendum 3. I cannot understand the incalculable potential I see in our mystery subject. If we could but unlock the secret of his preternatural resistance, then we would never again need to risk the dangers inherent in the transfer of monstrous souls. Well, some of my colleagues insist that a vivisection is our only recourse. Such an extreme measure would mean forsaking the knowledge the man might impart to us regarding his equally intriguing flying vessel. Don't worry, you're not losing that much. For the time being, we have decided to suspend all research related to this subject. The specimen will be preserved in biocapsule in Sector 51 and placed under observation in the hopes that he will one day regain consciousness. So he's been pickling for 30 years. And okay, that's why he hasn't aged. Okay. Oh, there's Hardiboiled. I don't think I ran past him. Yeah, but that's how they get around the age problem. Brilliant. Sorry. Something else in the records caught my attention, and it led me to a different floor. Had to rustle up a verification key first, so I haven't spent any time on your starship yet. Did you turn up anything? Yes, I did. Looks like he's in one of those pickle jars. They were keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should let us access that area. Let's grab your pal Nashu and head there now. Sounds good. So I believe there are 2 quests for this section, so we'll go ahead and make sure to do both of those. Inspector Hildibrand! There you are! And she just doesn't react at all. He's posing! You two been yanking my chain. The clown doesn't look anything like me. Sure. Well, opinions aside, we've located our man. A hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now. How about an explosive one? Oh, is she gonna craft up another egg? I mean, I got some in my inventory, but... Uh-oh. Here, give this to the detective. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Don't do it. What? What is this? Also, is this the patch that they gave, that they made it so Viera and Hrothgar could wear a bunch more hats? From the lady. A present just for you. ... As do from the lady. Appreciate it. You'd think he'd learn. Yep. You'd think he'd learn. But no. I never could refuse the kindness of strangers. He puts the glasses back on. What, did they hear a sound or something? What? Oh, okay, zombies! Oh, right! He's like king of the zombies, I mentioned that at the beginning. And that was one of Nashu's explosions, so it will have woken him up, right? These punks must be feeling lucky. No, you don't need to shoot him. I've already seen 2 good thumbnails for this video. There is no need for a firearm nor fisticuffs. I shall resolve this altercation in a manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone! Follow my lead, if you please. Oh no. He's gonna be dancing and he's yes! Okay, this is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail. And people say they don't like Hildibrand quests. They must not have a sense of humor. Splendid! Most splendid! Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner. Or zombie-like manner. I fear I may have overslept a trifle. Just 30 years is too long. But I, Hildibrand, well-rested agent of inquiry, now stand before you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So many good screenshots for thumbnails in this. By the by, who is this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap? No. This is Detective Hardiboiled, your soul twin from another world. Why, my dear Nashu, this man possesses every speck of my singular aplomb. I thought that they were gonna do that. He does not resemble me in the slightest. Sure. It's the same model. I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother has more grit in her pinky finger. Oh, that's a good thumbnail, too. That's odd. Maybe I need new glasses. But the two of them seem practically identical. No, Nashu, you're not. You're fine. The odd thing here is how you look too damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. And don't get me started on how you charmed those shambling corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you? That's one way to describe him. The inspector has a very unique physique, for one. And as far as the zombies, he's had an excellent rapport with them ever since his brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire. Yeah, that was sometime in ARR. That raises more questions than it answers. Still, we can consider your missing person case closed. Which leaves me to chew on the something else that caught my attention earlier. I smell a new case brewing, and I mean to follow my nose. A case, you say? Then allow me to offer the services of Hildibrand, Inspector Extraordinaire. Undead Overlord seems more plausible to me at this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even expect? Impenetrable mysteries and unsolved cases, of course. So we're in the same business, eh? Makes me wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done. I, too, am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior, you have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases. Another great thumbnail. The Dame. She's your assistant. Well, technically they have a son, but it's a little different. I had an assistant once. But now ain't the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on. Are we actually going to learn about that? That would be pretty funny if it ends up being a Nashu. Nashu's. This'll be just the thing to prove your sleuthing chops, Inspector. Let's get out of here and get down to brass tacks. Well, this is hilarious. He looks nothing like me. What are you talking about? All right, that was Wizened testimony. I think we got one more to do.